Hello, my name is Big Fish, and I want to start a YouTube channel reacting to different things. My main topic will be politics, and I will do etc. The reason I want to do politics is because I'm a former Democrat turned Republican. The reason I was turned Republican is because the rhetoric that I heard from the Democrats talking about Trump. They called this man a Nazi, Hitler, fascist, you can name it all. They tried to call this man that. Us Americans, we weren't going for it, and we voted for him. We saw what Biden was doing, starting wars, trying to destroy our country. As he's leaving office, he's trying to destroy our country. So I just want to be another outlet. And some of the outlets that helped me come to this side was Anton Daniels, DeVory Darkins, ABL, Officer Tatum, Reckless, and many more, even Asmongold. So this is the start of my YouTube channel, and I pray that I can entertain you all. I know The View will keep us entertained. I know the mainstream media will keep us entertained. So let's hear what these ladies have to say today.
President Biden's farewell address to the nation, where he spoke about the half-century of service he's leaving behind and gave warning to Americans about the future. Take a look.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence.
The oligarchy he's talking about is what the Democrats have been having for the last 12 to 16 years. They've been in the office mainly. Barack, Biden. So I don't know what they're talking about. Trump only had 3.5 years, and then he got impeached, and then they tried to say he incites a riot on January 6th that they all yap and cry about. But anyway, so let's continue.
That literally threatens our entire democracy. The powerful forces want to wield their unchecked influence to eliminate the steps we've taken to tackle the climate crisis, to serve their own interest for power and profit. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation.
As we know, Mark Zuckerberg, he had to switch sides because he was scared of being investigated. He even said himself that the Democrats were pressuring him to do this misinformation, to be fact checkers. Now he had to do a reverse on that because Trump's in office. And you see how Mark has transformed himself. Look at him. 4 years ago, he doesn't look like how he looks now. He's at all UFC little fights and everything, looking buff, got his little chain on. You see, Mark? We see you.
Enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing.
Thank God.
Social media is giving up on fact-checking. I still believe in the idea for which this nation stands. A nation where the strength of our institutions and the character of our people matter and must endure. Now it's your turn to stand guard.
So I miss him already. I miss him.
Jimmy Carter just died. Well, she acting like this man is dead. The only thing we worry about this man sleeping on the job. Every time he goes somewhere, man, like wake up, do your job, brother.
He's a good person. You know, he spent the last 50 years caring about the country. This other one spent 50 years scamming everybody, you know, and trying to stay out of jail. You know who I'm talking about.
Trying to stay out of jail. I wonder why. Didn't somebody resign from the DOJ?
You know, I really miss Biden. I feel like we were safe. Like, I didn't have to worry. Was everything going to blow
alive.
up? I could live my life while he was there. Now, every day I wake up and I worry, what is this guy going to do next? Yeah. And these oligarchs, can I just say one more thing and then I'll shut up?
You don't have to shut
Please.
up.
They need to start shelling their money out. These guys, Bezos and Musk, they give it to Trump. Yeah. Do they think that they're going to live forever, these people? You know, everybody dies.
I'm sorry that I'm pausing so much, but Trump has never taken any salary, the presidential salary. He's never taken it. So I don't know what they're talking about.
To break it to them, but you are not going to live forever. According to the World Food Program, we could end world hunger by 2030 with $40 billion. That's all it would take. And he, Elon Musk, his net worth grew by $170 billion in the month after the election.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah.
And it just keeps making more and more money, and nothing is done with that money to help people. It's just to increase their power.
What's really kind of...
Is this the same people? Is this the same people talking about they ain't helping when FEMA couldn't even help Florida? Who was it? South Carolina? No, it was North Carolina, excuse me. And then Bama? What are we talking about here? $750 while we out here sending billions to Ukraine?
Kind of sad. Somebody said to me yesterday, why do you think they haven't given anything to California? I mean, there are all these people are...
Once again, sorry about all the pausing, but Trump tried to tell this man to fill up the reserves, to fill up the dams that they're knocking down. There's no water in your hydrants. Trump told this man what would happen, and look what happened. Look what happened. Your city is burning and it's spreading. That's the craziest part.
Are, going out of their way to do stuff. And I was looking to see if and I didn't see anything. Now, maybe I'm wrong.
Zuckerberg gave $2 million to wildfires. He's worth $200 billion. He gave $2 million. That's like $5
and Elon Musk
to me.
did donate Starlink, so people who were left offline were able to access internet.
Did they give money?
And Jeff Bezos, I will argue, for his flaws, is incredibly charitable. He and his wife.
I actually decently like Alyssa. She actually is not as biased as the other ones, as you know who I'm talking about, the other 3, 4. So she can talk. I actually like hearing her talk sometimes.
Wife have a ton of foundations. They deal with hunger and those things. But this is an important issue that Biden raises. Kara
One
Swisher's
second, I got a
been brilliant
terrorist at
on
my
this.
door.
Sort of
We're back.
the rise of the corporate tech oligarchs, that we're starting to live in a time where the powerful and wealthy are getting more powerful and wealthy, and the rest of us are kind of just sitting back like, okay, how is this going to work? The thing I'd say is this. A lot of populist Republicans, and what kind of drew them to Trump, was actually this feeling that Silicon Valley and these ultra wealthy people had way too much power. And it's where some of the Bernie bros started to kind of align with the Trumps. Now, we may disagree on the solutions, but it is not a fact.
They just made up that Bernie bros to try to honestly scare people. Bro, honestly, he should have been president instead of Biden. But they kicked him out. Kind of what they did to Biden with Kamala. And look what happened. They paid the consequence.
Fact that like Silicon Valley has actually backed Democrats more in the past. 60% of its contributions since 1990 were for Democrats. According to Open Secrets, companies like Microsoft, Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon leaned heavily blue. Now, the answer is not to point fingers at are they more for Democrats, are they more for Republicans, but how are there limits to the power that single individuals or single companies can have?
That's why I like her. Look at that.
And those are the conversations. And the most dangerous part, when you think of an oligarchy, you think of all the billions of dollars surrounding Donald Trump right now, and he's kind of like the gatekeeper of the country. All the power is with him. The scary part is these people aren't billionaires because they like created like the zipper. Like,
get it out.
They hold our attention for hours a day on addictive devices where we cannot get any regulation. So they not only surround the man and have access to power, because money is power, power is, everything right now. It's the fact that they run the companies that own our souls right now, and especially our young people, and no one will take a step towards helping protect them. And they're the most vulnerable among us.
I think one of the
Our young people were some of the baddest. I remember when I was a kid, I was bad. But these kids, they're crazy, entitled, wild.
Things, in response to what you're saying, Alyssa, that usually it was the left that these Silicon Valley guys backed. The reason they're not backing it is because they back whoever is in power where they can make more money.
Yeah, I agree.
And so
the reason they're not backing the Democrats is Kamala burnt that to the ground. She's the one who raised $1.5 billion, and she's in debt. How? Because you had Cardi B, Beyonce, Meg Thee Stallion, Usher. Wasn't Usher hanging around Diddy? Huh?
the truth is shrouded by profit and misinformation. And so that's what this issue is. And it's something that, I talk about all the time, and I feel like I'm just, speaking to myself. This started 15 years ago. This started when the Supreme Court in Citizens United said that corporations giving money to politicians was free speech.
Yeah.
This is where this started.
Yeah.
And so where it ends is reversing the Supreme Court's decision in Citizens United.
Because I have mixed feelings on
Too
the
much
Citizens
money in
United,
politics.
but so many Democrats will say.
The fact that she's saying too much money in politics and the Democrats raised 1.5 billion. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Your side lost, so you're mad. They're not going to be back in office for another 20 years. Okay?
Say that, but then they themselves also take dark money and big corporate money. Like, how do you change it if you don't practice what
Thank
you
you,
preach?
Alyssa.
Everyone
Thank you.
should not take
The law should
money.
stand for everybody.
It should
Right,
stand
but the
for
law says
everyone.
that they can't do it. I guess my
But I'm
point
saying,
is.
but the law, listen, you can go back and forth
Whoopi with her usual homeless outfit.
about the who did what, who didn't what. There are so many reasons why this is happening. Parents, it is in your hands. This is in your hands. If you got kids who are lost to the internet, you got to go rescue them because the government's not going to do it for you. You have to stand up and say, I don't care if you don't like it. Or do what my mother used to do. Oh, if 15 people jump off the roof, you going to go with it? I mean, but you have to, they're not your friends. They're your children. And you've got to say, listen, here's the time. You can do this and you can do that. But you also then have to get off the internet. You got to do it yourselves. There are things we can do, but we haven't been doing.
They're talking about get off the internet. The mainstream media is dying. You know who the internet's used for now? Us. We're the ones who's trying to kill the misinformation. You already see Mark Zuckerberg. He already had to stop with the fact checkers and with the misinformation. Like I already said, you already heard what I had to say about him.
So
But the law needs
before
to
we
be
get
changed, too.
Well, the laws need to be changed, but I
Citizens
think if
United.
your children do not have access all the time, all day long.
They sneak it in anyway.
Yeah, but you got to. You think we weren't sneaky?
I know, but it wasn't as
come on.
dangerous when we were kids.
And also, let's also.
Of course it wasn't. Too much technology now. Instagram, Twitter, or it's X now, Facebook. Like the list keeps growing. TikTok's about to get banned, I heard. We'll see.
So not forget that along with a lot of this, people are getting rid of their need to hire people because what we're going to see is people are not going to hire folks. They're not.
Whoopi's lips are burnt the heck out. What's she been doing? Smoking blunts her entire dang.
Going to allow folks in school.
You meaning the use of AI?
No,
Look at them
I'm
things.
talking about
Security
all
guards?
the what is it?
DEI.
DEI.
Oh,
You know,
the
DEI. You need to be qualified for the job. No more just putting people there just because you feel like they need to be there. The story about the fireman in California. He said he had to wait 7 years. 7 years. And then he asked a chick in line. She said, no, I just came up here this Wednesday. What? What's wild times we're living in.
DEI hires.
So all those things are
Because it's really
disappearing.
about qualification.
Because it's who knows
Yes! Sure, act like it's a bad thing. Yes!
what it's about. But there's a lot of stuff going on that some of you will have to think about and some of you won't. But it's better if we're all thinking about it because eventually it's going to bite us all in the ass. That's just my 2
But
cents
Elon
for
Musk
what
seems
it
to
is.
put a lot
Hold
of
on,
money.
hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Because they got me bugging out right now.
Into going to Mars. Maybe he'll go there. Let us hope.
Bruh, that wasn't even funny.
Hi.
But to take it to something different, tomorrow morning,
Anna's not even there.
Good Morning America will be on the ground in the disaster zone of the LA wildfires.
All right. So, although they're talking about the LA wildfires, which is a tragic thing, but we got idiots in the office over there in California. We see how California's been going down, 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 down. Now they're trying to sign a petition to get Gavin Newsom and Miss Bass out of here. Listen, black people make up 13% of America. 92% females voted for Trump, black females. And 80% males, black females, I said Trump. They voted for Biden. I want to be able to be an outlet to make change. I don't want to convert people to become Republicans, but I want them to be able to hear the opposite side. Because we all hear what Democrats have to say all the darn time on mainstream media. I don't watch it. I'm on YouTube. I'm always listening to other guys. Like I already told you, the guys that I listen to, the reason I'm starting my own channel, to try to get more information out there. Because this is wild. This woman right here was calling Trump racist. And she even admitted that Trump had her to do comedies at his place 2 to 3 times. That's racist? That's racist. But anyways, hey, this is your boy Big Fish. Come back, subscribe. Thank you for hearing us out. We are Republicans. We are trying to make America great again. Peace.